Hi, this is Chapter 15, Section 3, What Influences the Individual Juror. Chapter 15 goes over applications of social psychology in the court of law, with this section covering what influences an individual juror's verdict, jury selection, and the death penalty, mostly about how no individual juror is the average person. Everyone's lived a different life, so what causes them to vote a certain way or vote unanimously. One major influence on jurors' verdicts is the presentation of the case as evidence. This 1993 study on college students and mock jurors found that jurors tend to follow a story model in decision making, which means that if evidence isn't already presented as a narrative, it is mentally organized into one, which is, of course, influenced by jurors' lifestyle, prejudices, everything they've experienced. Also, jurors can only understand and apply instructions as much as they comprehend them, which is not always possible with the legalese and very technical language that many judicial instructions are delivered in. A 2017 study found that only 30 to 50% of instructions were understood and undertaken in the decision making. And jurors will inevitably form premature opinions that influence their verdict and have biases and experiences that impact their verdict. The same piece of evidence even can be understood in different ways because of premature opinions and predecisional distortion, which affects how the intake of information is processed. Social scientists have researched how to improve the dismal comprehension rates. The first most important step to make better decisions, social scientists found, is for researchers to understand how jurors are misunderstanding instructions. But despite efforts to clear this up, comprehension has stayed low. Even with some simplified language, jurors still don't apply or understand the given instructions. So, with all these different factors in individuals and affecting how people intake information, how do attorneys select a jury? It's not as important as some might think, as some attorneys might think, to get the perfect jurors or whatever. A 1987 review by Michael Sachs and Reed Hasty found that the individual characteristics of jurors are much less important than the actual evidence in determining their verdicts. Regardless, there are some confirmed links between jury demographics and verdicts, and scientific jury selection is a real topic and a real field. In the Harrisburg 7 case in 1972, the defense selected jurors from Harrisburg based on beliefs and demographics, and they did end up winning and possibly swaying the case in their favor. One major piece of discourse about in scientific jury selection is death qualification, because cases where death penalty is a possible verdict can completely exclude what's called Witherspoon excludables, or people who are completely against the death penalty. And the death penalty itself is a major topic of debate in social science. There's very little evidence supporting that it deters homicide rates, and it also could be considered cruel and unusual punishment.